Survivor's Journal. I've been working on the Scarab to make the finishing touches on the ship. I've added a couple of gyroscopes to help with the stability issues I've been having, primarily because of some problems, some force feedback the rotors are causing, which is making the ship spin sometimes. I've tried lots of different things, but the only solution that seems to completely solve the issue is actually not locking the landing gears to the containers, which is not really a problem. The containers are well secure by the force of the landing gears and the rotors alone without being locked, and they are securely magnetically connected to the Scarab itself. Still, I would like to see this issue fixed, so I've been playing around with it, and I am trying to figure out a permanent solution. I also discovered I made a mistake when counting the standard armor blocks from the ship's outer hull to the interior to account for the extended piston and retracted piston and the cargo containers themselves. To account for all the cargo delivery system, I went too far, so I also rearranged some things here, but I'm guessing I'm gonna need a big door anyway because it is not going to be enough. The Scarab will have to enter slightly inside the hull, so I still have to figure that out. But for now, it comes the time to actually get the skeleton of this thing up and running instead of just the bowels.
Okay, first things first, I had a little bit of an accident here. This thing is so huge. I wasn't counting on it. I tore a massive hole here in the landing pad. I don't know if there's anything I can do about this. But this isn't that important anyway. It's just mostly not even structural damage, just a little bit of warping. Okay. Now, about this chassis here, this outer hull. This is going to have to be quite longer than I had initially anticipated. So we have our production facility right here. We're still going to need a pit to grind down those automated ships, and we are going to need quite a lot of them. And apart from that, we're also gonna need some hangars, something to build, probably some automated drones, whether they be for mining or prospecting. Um, Something for our scarab and any other sort of miner I happen to design, and possibly a computer and reactor room. This is kind of bugging me. So we have this main section here. This will be the place for our warp drive, and the main engines will be back here. Now I'm thinking about 4 separate nacelles here. Yeah, I'm gonna have to see if this will be structurally sound, because if this is like 10 or 15 meters tall, I don't know if the structure will be able to withstand the thrusting this whole ship. Withstanding that force through that little gap there might be an issue. I'm going to have to consider that. The bridge will possibly be somewhere up here, still not sure, but in any case this will have to be a bit longer. Now, I did want to address the issue of protection. Now, I need protection to be concealed, so I have been thinking, and I believe I want turrets, both missile and Gatling turrets, hidden within the outer hull. So let's see what we can do here. I ran out of iron, by the way. That was 125,000 kilograms of raw iron. More than that, because I had some in stock. More than that, completely gone. Okay. So how are we going to protect this? My notion is that I am going to want, let's see, yeah, just like that, possibly a turret here. And not only here, we're going to figure out the design for this, and afterwards I'll repeat it throughout the hull. Now, a 3x3 turret here with, let's get a space for pistons. Yeah, just like that. So, where are my blast doors? Blast doors, yeah, let's get these guys going. So, let's see here. Piston like this. Oh, this might actually be a problem. Or will it? Let's see, a piston here. And yeah, let's see if we can't fit a blast door here. We might be able to. Let's see, the fattest section is it's this one. Okay, I think I want it like this. No, 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 not like this. Yeah, exactly, like this. Just like this. And then edging. So, well, let's see here. Edging. Yeah. Yeah, this is going to have to be it. So, let's keep on doing this. And get ourselves a door going. Okay, after a lot of fiddling around, I finally decided to change the design. Instead of that rotating door, I'm going to have a sliding door. So let's just add this here. A sliding door, which will be on the inside. So here. And that door will come down, open up this entrance, and the piston will push the turret out here. Yeah, so there will be two doors, not as efficient, but without being able to merge the pistons, the rotors together. There's really, I don't trust that at all. So I'm going to see if I get this thing running and log back in when I have something. And I'm down to disassembling thruster components for iron. I neglected to remember that I shouldn't actually convert all my iron into steel plates, yeah. Damn it, this whole operation is going to hell. I knew... There's no reason why I shouldn't be able to merge those rotors. I don't know what's wrong with my suits, with my suits projections, but there's just no reason. There's no explanation. You're supposed to hold that in place. I said you're supposed to hold that in place. Okay, hopefully that's good. Now, is this thing moving? It's not. Well, let him stay there. Let him stay there. Okay then, lacking all my iron, I managed to get all of this done, but I can't really fill in these wireframes here with the metal plates because I don't have them. But I set up two different sets of timer blocks, two for the opening sequence and two for the closing sequence, and I hooked them up to this button panel here. So, without further ado, it's time to see if this works out. Of course it works out. I've been testing this and making sure everything's working perfectly. So you can see one of the blast doors the outer blast door goes down, and the Gatling piston, or I called it that, the piston with the Gatling gun goes out. And you can tell that the Gatling gun does have a wide firing radius, so everything is good here. And of course now I'm not activating that. Let's just close it now. And closing sequence activated, just everything the other way around. Of course, I am not activating or deactivating the Gatling gun, but the idea is to add a command. Let's say, which one is this? Yep. Let's see here, setup actions. This one is the closed one, so I would add a command here that told it to toggle the Gatling gun off. But I'm not gonna do that now, because this is just a testing sequence. Now, I have to add all the Gatling guns we're gonna need, and that's going to take quite a while, especially because I don't know how long this thing is going to be. So I'm gonna need Gatling guns and missile turrets on either side. As for the bottom, I mean, I am going to have a large mining rig attached to the bottom. Probably, I might actually be able to cram. Oh no, are you moving? No. I might actually be able to cram it inside the main hole here, and I wouldn't need another section down there, but I'm not too confident about that. That's gonna have to be for another time. But okay, now I have the basic mechanism there. Now all I have to do is actually start working on the pit to disassemble these things. Yeah, I had to put a reactor here because this thing started spinning uncontrollably since I stupidly broke this ship in half. And you're spinning too, aren't you? No. But yes, now it's time for lots of mining, lots of refining, and I may... This is taking a lot of uranium, but I'm not sure it's going to pay off to set up temporary solar panels. I think I'm just gonna power through. I have 50 kilos of uranium, refined uranium, so that'll be enough for quite a while. Now what I may end up doing is actually adding a couple of welders, maybe 3 welders to this. Though I'm not sure if that's possible. It is possible, it is. Adding like 2 more welders on either side so that this might go a little bit faster, because wow. Well, true to my word, not only did I add a couple of welders to lump, hold on, let's give it a decent paint job here. Not only did I add a couple of welders, I also added a couple of reactors, because this thing was really severely underpowered. Now, the lump is not going to be here forever, but for the time being, the priority is building this thing, so I need a functional welder. Now, all I need is actually to grab, let's say, just about half of this here and get it in those reactors. But the small reactor, small reactor 5, okay. 1.5 here and 1.5 there. So a couple more reactors, a couple more thrusters, and now this thing ought to behave a bit slightly better. Yeah, not overloading all the time. That's just about what I wanted. Alright, well, I think that's gonna be it for this journal entry. I've accomplished a lot. Still a long way to go, but I think in the next entry I'm gonna try to figure out just how long this thing is going to be, and try to get some more subsystems of the mothership going. I'm calling it the mothership now, it's pretty much it.